Hey guys,
Hi.
and welcome to another video of Life with Sunny. Before we get started, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe to this channel. Turn on post notifications so you get notified every time we post a new video. So today I do have my wonderful cousin with me, who's like my little sister.
Hi.
She's gonna be joining me today in a mukbang. We had got some wonderful food from Build-A-Burger. Shout out to Christina who helped me out today with all this wonderful food. I'm gonna be linking down Jada's channel in the description below, so please go check her out. She's gonna be doing makeup, and this girl can do it all, so yeah, just go look for her. So today, like I said, we got some food from Build-A-Burger, so we're gonna go ahead and eat, have some good talks, and see how it goes. So I got the Mexican hot dog too. Okay. And then this is yours. And you make sure you show the food. We'll show it in a minute. Okay. Yeah. I think this is your A1 burger.
Okay.
Yeah. And this is my chicken burger. And I got like hella sides. Oh, we can't use that knife anymore. Alright. Okay, so we got like a whole bunch of food. So we both got these Mexican
hot dog.
Mexican hot dog. I got mine without mayo, and then the jalapenos like flew off. So this is gonna be interesting.
I don't really like jalapenos.
You don't?
Well, maybe I should try it. It's Mexican
Yeah, it's
hot
a Mexican
dog.
hot dog. So let's see here. And this hot dog has onions, tomatoes, bacon. Not really a big pork eater, but I'm gonna try it today just because, you know, it's something new. But I will be paying for it later.
I love bacon.
You love bacon?
Yes.
Let's see. It's good, right? This is some really good stuff.
10 out of 10 would recommend.
It'll be really good though. They add like some sauerkraut to it.
I really love the mayo too.
I got mine without mayo because I was like kind of like iffy about it. Like, oh, I want mayo.
Apparently mayo in hot dogs is a thing.
Oh, it's really good. And it's like a all beef burger or what? So you guys might hear a whole bunch of like meowing and little footsteps. So we have a dog and a cat in this apartment. So this is my cousin's apartment. So you just ignore the sounds in the back.
We run a zoo.
You can't have none.
It's hot too.
Is it? I didn't even get the jalapeno on top. Oh, jalapeno. It took like a whole bunch of like digestive enzymes before like I came here. I'm trying to die in the process.
I did not eat today. So.
You eat it all today?
I did tangerine and some chips.
Oh my gosh.
And I swam too, so.
Oh, you went swimming today?
Yeah.
You guys have an indoor pool, right?
I swam for an hour, so I was like, this should kind of make up for it. Not really, but.
So Jada goes to UT RGV. I'm not gonna tell you what campus though, because there's multiple campuses. So she is part of the UT system. So you guys don't know where I'm at. When I give her privacy. That cat is really trying to. So I just found out this cat knows how to open up doors and stuff. And the cat just tried to open up the door, but the door's locked. So what are you going to school for? Psychology?
Yeah. So I'm going for psychology. I kind of want to be a psychologist, not too sure. I used to want to deal with kids, but now I'm really thinking about elderly people.
Yeah, because some kids be trying your patience.
so do older people, so they really have attitudes. But yeah, I think I'm kind of gravitating towards that. So
yeah.
We'll see how it goes.
Yeah. Alright, I'm going to try the burger next. So I got a chicken burger with pepper jack cheese, pickles, grilled onions, and grilled mushrooms. Like I said, I'm not really a big meat eater, so the only thing I probably like was gonna eat today was that hot dog. Is this one? Oh, this is this is yours. Split.
I was like, wait. And then I got the A1 burger, and it basically has just A1 sauce and pepper jack cheese and sauteed onions.
These burgers are humongous, guys. Look at these burgers. This is like super big. Let's see how this tastes.
It smells regular.
Regular. Come in, we're about to lock you up.
Okay, this is good. I wish I could have tasted the cheese a little bit more.
Right? I feel like for mine, you can taste the cheese a lot and the mustard. So we also got some jalapeno papas.
What? Poppers.
And then some fries, some regular fries. And then some chili cheese fries. So let's bring it to say it again.
Smart.
So how long have you lived in Texas?
About 20 years.
About 20 years?
Pretty much my whole life.
Okay. But you used to live in California too, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I should put jalapenos on this.
Do you guys have this over there?
No, I think this is only out here. It's like a little mom and pop shop.
So good.
Mm-hmm. So good. So how do you like living out here? Like, if you guys don't know, our moms are sisters, and our moms both had children by African American men. So we are biracial. We're both half Hispanic, half Mexican, and I think Jada also is white.
Yes.
She's Caucasian, just for the guys want to get technical. She's Caucasian, white. However you guys want to phrase it. I don't want to offend nobody.
So my dad is actually biracial as well.
Yeah. So her dad is half and half, and then my mom is full Mexican, and my dad is full black. So we are both biracial kiddos. How do you like living out here and like dealing with that? Like how is it?
It's alright. I like it because I have like people that I love here and people like close connections, and I have family here. However, it's not as exciting to me. I guess like when you go like to other places and like big cities, it's definitely not somewhere where I want to be forever. And there's always going to be bigger opportunities in bigger cities, so it's not anything like against this particular city. But I do feel like I'm at that point in my life where I do want to go out of my comfort zone and do something else. And growing up, it was a different experience. I was like 1 out of 3 maybe like black people in my schools, like most of the time. So that was kind of hard, but I've adjusted to it, and I think like it's getting a lot better.
So for just a little history on both of us. So I was born in California, and then I moved out here when I was 5. Yeah, go for it. Moved out here when I was 5, and then I moved back to California when I was 11. Then moved back out here for college, and then moved back, as an adult. So I've been back and forth. And then Jada, how old were you when you were a baby when you moved out here, weren't you?
I was like 3 or 4.
Yeah, 3 or 4. And then she's basically been out here ever since. This area is a predominantly Hispanic area. So it's very different. They're not used to seeing people of color. Even though, yes, Hispanics are, are considered people of color against black people. Let's just be real. They're not used to seeing that out here. They're not used to seeing interracial couples and things like that, and sometimes it's very hard for us to maneuver through these things. Like, sometimes when we get stares, and not all are like that. we get so many people out here that are super, super nice, you know, very accommodating. But then there are those few that kind of mess it up for us because, you know, we get stared at, or we get, you know, looks, or, you know, people feel a certain way, like they're scared of us. And there's nothing to be scared of. We're just as human. We're just the same as anybody else. There's nothing different about us. You know, we don't even sound like what people would think what Black people should sound. Like, we are very unstereotyped.
Do not put the stereotypes.
Yeah. Don't put the stereotypes with us, you know, because, you know, I was raised here and I was raised in California. And, you know, I always say I got the best of both worlds, because I got to see what both, you know, worlds could bring to the table, and, you know, how I could identify with it. And I think, Jada, you could probably say the same. Sorry, I got thirsty. All this talking making me thirsty. So out of our whole families, like I said, on our mom's side, they're majority Hispanic. Well, all of them are Hispanics. Most of them are Hispanics, and we have the Fab Five, which are me, Jada, her brother, Christopher. Shout out, Chris. Hey, wish you were here. And then our two other cousins, who I won't say names just for privacy reasons. We want to make sure that, you know, we get the permission before they start talking about them. So there's 5 of us, and we all, you know, we all are biracial, and, you know, we all had to learn how to maneuver through this life together, because, you know, this was all new to us. Like, we were all called names, you know, we were never able to identify with our Hispanic culture, because in their eyes we were not that. Now for me, you know, sometimes people, you know, in California, sometimes people don't believe that I am Hispanic or Black. They think I'm something else. They think I've gone in Dominican, I've gone in Puerto Rican, I've gone in even sometimes Samoan. I've gone into many things, and I get that because, you know, my hair, I have a naturally curly hair. So, you know, it's just so many different things that, you know, people try to identify me as. And I'm like, no, I'm just Black and Mexican. And I don't know, what has been, like, your main experiences, like, through all of this? Because, like, you're here all the time. Like, do you ignore it? Do you get used to it? Like, does it still bother you sometimes?
Now I just ignore it, but I think I did go through a period, which, like I was saying the other day, when I was younger, I was very much vocal about things that I didn't like and things that bothered me. But as the years went on, I kind of noticed that even though I think there's only like 5% of Black people that make up this region, we're still considered population. Like, we're still a part of it. We still grow up with the Hispanic culture, whether you're Hispanic or not. So, with that being said,
oh shit! I mean, shoot. These are hot. I jalapeno poppers are hot.
Does it have cream cheese in it?
Yes, girl. I don't help it none.
There's some ranch right there. Dump it in there.
Oh Lord! All right, sorry, Jada.
It's okay. Yeah, so basically when I was younger, it was more like hostile, and I would fight back. But now I feel like
you should tell them the story about when you popped somebody.
No, you tell me.
So
this was a long time ago.
This was like 10 plus years ago.
Elementary, yes.
So Jada and her brother used to go to the Boys and Girls Club, and Christopher loves to play basketball. So he would go play basketball at the Boys and Girls Club, and some kid decided that he wanted to be rude and take the ball away from Chris and call him a blackie. And Jada wasn't having it. So she was, you know, upset, and she was like, what? And just pushed the guy with one hand. Bah!
Mind you, they were both in middle school. I was in elementary, hitting a boy in his face because he was calling my brother a name.
She was like, little scrappy what? So yeah, so don't mess with Jada, because she will come for you real quick.
But now I kind of don't. I feel like if it's to me, yes, I'll say something. And obviously, if somebody's being rude to somebody else, but if it's like a whole thing that yeah, if it's like a whole thing that like I hear people saying that's just maybe like not true, but not like offensive, then yeah, I'll let it slide. I'm just like, okay, you do. But if it personally affects me or somebody that I know, or just in general something that I don't like, I've been heard. A lot of my friends say that I'm very, that they have to be careful around me, but I don't know. I don't feel like
Why do
that.
they say they have to be careful around you?
Because, well, okay, I have a story to tell. So, I have a group of friends that I went to high school with. There was another guy that would hang out with them, and I knew of him. I just never like talked to him. So, I didn't meet him until college, like formally meet him. So when I finally met him, I was talking, and he thought that I said the N-word, and he was like, you said it, da 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 da. And I was like, no, I didn't. And he was like, he was just so persistent, and I was like, why are you so persistent? And I didn't understand because I didn't know the guy. And he was like, well, my friend told me, which is our mutual friend, he was like, he told me not to say that word around you because you don't like it. Yes. So I was like, I might have told him that because he might have said it in a way that I didn't like. But for the most part, I kind of let people do their own thing. But if I know you and you say it in a way that's weird, which I know my friends, they probably did. This was in high school.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that I don't like. And I don't like when people automatically associate that word and they're like, oh, maybe I shouldn't be saying this around you. I don't know how you feel. Do you feel like that too?
I feel that, you know, the N-word is a very sensitive word. And it should not be said by anybody that's not of the African American culture. Because the N-word is basically what our slave owners would call us. And we're taking that word back and using it at our own discretion. That is what the N-word is. So for someone else to call us that isn't of the African American culture, I don't feel it's appropriate for them to say. But I know a lot of these songs and stuff, they like use that word, you know, and it's like a word that people think because, oh, this rapper's using it, I can use it too. Right. Even me, there's times where there's a song coming on and it has that word, and I even hold back from saying it because in our reality, we shouldn't be saying it. That's not a word that should be said. That's a word that we should keep in the past where it belongs because that is a word that, like I said, our slave owners would call us. Right. So it shouldn't be something that we use on a daily basis. It shouldn't be something that we use, you know, it's not, you know, it's one thing when you're like, hey, what's up, Matt? But it's another thing when you're like, hey, you, whoop-de-whoop. Right. That's not what we use it for. That's not what it's for. You know, so I just feel like it just shouldn't be used.
Right. You know? My thing is like, I used to tell people that, right? Like, I mean, my friend even said it. I didn't remember saying that, but I'm like, that definitely sounds like something I would have said. Because like I said, when I was younger, I did not tolerate any type of ignorance. Like, I just didn't. And I guess because my brother and I were pretty much the only mixed kids in our elementary and middle school for a bit, we kind of had to, you know? So but then the thing I also try to tell my brother, since he like moved already, is like he'll tell me like, why don't you do this and why don't you do that? And I'm like, Chris, I can't tell every single person not to be doing this. You shouldn't be doing that. That's not my job. I'm not going to be stressing over it. But if it personally affects me, then yes. Yeah. So yeah, that's my opinion.
Yeah. We could talk about this all day long because we deal with it on a daily basis. You know, I had to learn. I was oblivious to it for a very long time because I was raised differently. You know, my father, he's African American, and he is one of the higher class of African Americans. So my dad is like a higher middle class. So I was raised differently because I was surrounded by a whole bunch of African Americans who are very successful, and so I grew up thinking I can conquer the world and do whatever I wanted. And until I got older, I saw that that wasn't actually the reality of things. The reality of things is that, yeah, you have to work your butt off times 20 just to get to the minimum of your career. You have to do so much more. And even in my relationship now, I have to learn how to maneuver with that. I used to go to the store and not get stared at, you know, back in California, just walk through. And it's like now with my fiance, it's like I have to like kind of keep an eye on making sure, hey, like we gotta, you know, just make sure we come in and come out. Like we can't be doing certain things. We can't, you know, if I have a bag in my hand from another store, I have to make sure that either I hand it to him so I can look at stuff, or vice versa. It's just the way that our relationship has to work, because we are stereotyped that when we walk into a store, we're going to steal something, or that we're scoping it out, or whatever the case may be. And it's just the way that America is today. People are, for some reason, are scared of African Americans, what they can do. But there are some that do those things. There are some that do walk in, but it's like the way we dress, the way we walk, you wouldn't think that that would be us. But that's neither here nor there. You know, that's just the reality of what we deal with. And it sucks, but it's life. So this food is really good, by the way. Shout out again to Build a Burger, because y'all hooked it up. This stuff was delicious.
Drove past it a couple times and I kept wanting to try it.
It's actually not that expensive for all that we got. We didn't spend like less than like $50. These jalapeno poppers, I don't know.
Oh wait, can I try them?
These things are hot. I was like, oh, shut up.
I'm just gonna try the same one of yours because I doubt I'm gonna finish it.
You wanna dip that in that ranch though?
Should I?
Girl, I was like, ah!
I'm just gonna take a little piece.
You want some more? I can't give you much more because I'm gonna make your tum hurt. And I need your mama calling me, telling me to come take care of you.
This is good.
But it's hot.
Oh, that's really hot.
It like hits you like right, like you're like, oh, this is not bad. It's like, God help me.
I took a little Squidward bite. Look. That's really hot.
So I'm about to deliver these to my mom's house. She can have those for dinner.
Also, you know what those are called?
Ratones.
Yes.
Okay, so these things are actually called, let me show you guys.
Rats.
These things are actually called rats. So it's basically a jalapeno wrapped in bacon with cream cheese inside. And out here in Texas, we call them ratones. So I don't know why, maybe because it looks like a rat, but I don't know why, but that's what we call it.
The little tail.
The little tail, but yeah, so.
Some people know how to make them really good where it's not that hot. But that one is
I think
really
they like
hot.
kept like the seeds or something in here. I don't know, because this mess is
That is so hot.
So yeah.
But everything else is great.
It's delicious. That hot dog though, I wasn't expecting that from that hot dog.
What? You didn't like it?
No, so I wasn't expecting that from that hot dog. The hot dog was good.
Apparently, like the Mexican style hot dogs are really good, and I have been wanting to try one. Never had.
This is my first time trying. You know, in the city, they like make them like that.
Oh really?
Like when they are like out in the street after people get out the clubs and stuff.
And it's just dressed with the same things, onions and tomatoes. And
I think sometimes they do have onions and tomatoes. I'm not too sure. Yeah. Oh man, I'm kind of full now.
you already know me. I'm like
You're like, I'm gonna eat all day. If your brother was here, we'd have to order like 12 times of the food.
I know. But this is a really good sized burger. Like
It is. I think he would love this.
not bad.
Yeah. This is so fun. So what are we doing for my birthday?
So we're having a barbecue.
Yeah, we're having a barbecue, and then
Somebody doesn't like to go out.
ain't nobody trying to go out with their mom. Okay, guys, comment down below if you think it's okay to go out with your mom, your stepdad, and your aunt,
But
and then everybody else. Please comment down below. Let
which
me know.
everybody else is over 21. And it's not going to be like, oh, we're going to go get drunk. It's just like, get a couple drinks. Wait, sorry, real quick. I don't know if you know this, but I did go see Snoop Dogg.
Oh, you went to Puff Up Fest?
Yeah. I saw him, and it was like a last minute thing. Her mom had gotten a ticket for my mom, and they're like, we're going to go, like, da-da-da, for her birthday. So they ended up getting seats, like, towards the back. And at the last minute, I was like, damn.
I told her, like, try not to get contact high. Everybody about to come in there smelling hella bad.
So apparently, like, several of our family members went. I don't know if they told you, but it was like...
Yeah, I heard that, like, the whole rancho went.
It was like 10 or 13.
So rancho is basically our great grandfather,
Yes.
he owns a big old strip of land. And so on each part of the land, there is a house he makes sure that there's piece of land for each of one of his kids. So almost every one of his kids lives on that one strip.
Right. And they were a family of 13?
I think so.
Well, not a family of, but I want to say 13 siblings.
I think so. Let me see.
Which is a lot. Somewhere around there.
Okay.
Are you counting the houses?
Yeah. Let's just say about 13. A lot of them. They all got
9
kids.
to 13. It's around there, which is still a lot.
Me and my fiance were like going through like, you know, how many people would have to like what like be like a number for like our families, like how many people are on each families. Yo, for my mom's side alone, I was like dang near hitting like 200 because everybody has kids. Everybody's married. And like our family is that big. For his family, guess how much? Guess how much?
50.
30. 30. He only had 30 people, and that's because we added some friends on there. I'm like, this is sad. My family just be coming in bunches. So yeah, it's crazy. So anyway, you're saying the rancho?
I don't know.
I don't remember what we're talking about. So what had happened was...
Horrible. This is so horrible. What were we talking about?
I don't remember.
What were...
Oh, we're talking about the club. Oh, the Pop-Up Pass concert. What?
So I was newly 21 and they were like, oh, like we're gonna get a drink or whatever before the show or whatnot. So my mom's like, do you want to get something? And I was like, this is kind of weird. I don't know. I've never experienced this with her. But I was like, okay, sure. So I went and like me being me, I was like, okay, well, let me just get like what I'm going to get. And my mom's like, nope, that's too much. Like, that's too strong. That's hard liquor, da, da, da.
What was you trying to get?
I was just sorry, that's my dog. I was just getting Jack, or I did want to get Jack and Coke, and she said that was too strong. So I ended up getting gin and juice, and I was like, that's
even worse.
So I was like,
rolling down the street.
I think that's what my mom got. So,
like that. Go.
Anywho,
Look.
yeah, at first it was kind of weird, but then I knew I wasn't gonna get drunk or anything, and also we did not sit with each other since I got my ticket late. I ended up sitting alone. But I didn't, at first I was like, but I didn't mind because I was close to the front, so.
Hey,
I know.
He was like,
I was dancing,
Snoop.
yeah.
That was funny, yeah. My mom told me, I was like, what the hell? So everybody was there, I guess, guys. It was like Snoop Dogg, Too Short. Who else was there? Were the Yin Yang Twins there?
No, it was Bone Thugs and Harmony.
Oh, Both Thugs and Harmony. So there was like a whole bunch of people there. So
it was super cool.
She like called me while she was at the concert. Did she tell you?
Mm-mm.
She called me while she was at the concert. I was at a girls' night with
Cute.
my fiance's his sister and sister-in-law. And I'm like, she's calling me. I'm like, why'd you call me hella late? Like, it's super late. And she's like, did you hear the music? Oh gosh.
Moms.
So our moms are really crazy and funny, but they're our moms and we love them.
Yes.
Even though they can be a pain in the butt sometimes. But
So
still love them.
No, I'm feeling it.
Oh gosh. That darn cat. Is she at work or at school?
I'm not sure. I mean, we did have class together, but not together, but we have class at the same time. So she might be at work, maybe. No, she's just out.
I'm sorry, after this food is like super good. I could eat this all day, every day. Now them popping and poppers though.
Yeah.
Ain't the business. Let me finish my hot dog.
I don't even know how I finished.
I think we filled up Kimmy because she's like, I don't want no more.
She's probably just like trying to behave so she can get more food.
So this whole time, guys, you haven't seen, I've been feeding the dog French fries this whole time.
Yes.
Because she's been
Usually when I
hungry.
eat, I always try to give her at least something because I feel like it's kind of messed up, you know? Because even though I feed her, her food doesn't have like an aroma that our food has. So I feel really guilty, but then my boyfriend's always getting mad at me because he's like, she shouldn't be eating that. It has oil.
Tell him to go
So
somewhere about that.
but sometimes when I do make like chicken and stuff, I'll make like a whole separate, not a lot, but just a little portion for her.
Mm-hmm.
So I try.
You know, people, actually some people, they do make like their own like homemade dog food. Have you tried
I've
doing
heard of that. No, I've heard of making like homemade dog treats, and I do want to try that. I've actually seen YouTube videos. Why haven't I done it? I don't know. I'm just lazy.
Yeah. It is so good. So, what would you say the difference between here and California is?
There's a lot of differences. I guess I'll go to the like obvious ones and the like
Not so
subtract ones, I guess. So it's obviously way smaller. It's more close knit. There's definitely concentrated one race, mostly. The dynamic between African American people here and over there is extremely different. So there's definitely two sides. You can either like go to the store and see another African American person and they'll just give you a biggest Colgate smile because they're just like, what? Like, I didn't even see black people here.
Last night, so we went to dinner together last night. You'll see that in my first video. Like, I kind of show you guys the food. But we went to dinner last night. And while we were walking out of the hotel, there was another African American who came out of the of his car, and he was like, "Hey, another black person." It was so funny. It's like,
Which is cool.
Yeah, and like where we're staying, you know, it's a newer hotel, so like a lot, like, and it's a name brand hotel, so it's kind of like, oh, like let's just stay here, but so like you've seen, like, you actually, I've seen, I think already 3 African Americans there, and every time like they see us, like, hey, what's up, or like, you know, do like a head bop or something, because it's like they don't see him out here, like there's nobody out here for them to like relate to.
Right. So there's those kind of people, and then there's people that do not see you. You can literally smile and say hi, and they will turn the other way. So yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
For the most part, a lot of them are cool, but there definitely is that. I don't know. I wouldn't even know what to call it, but I've asked almost
I know
every
what to call
other.
it, but it's not appropriate. For you
I've
to-
asked almost all of my black friends here, and they're like, yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about. So
Yeah.
it's a thing.
So, we're going to close out this video, guys. We're going to close it out right here because we're getting kind of full. So, just wanted to thank Jada for coming and doing this mukbang with me.
This was fun.
I hope you guys really like go down in the description and look at her videos. She is amazing. Also, she's a model, so check out her IG. I'm gonna put that down in the description down below too. She is beautiful. Everyone says she looks like Zendaya because she kind of does.
No.
She like her little twin.
What? Okay.
They're about the same age too, so you see on the street, say what's up. But I just want to thank you guys for watching, and please again make sure you like, comment, and subscribe to this channel, and we will see you guys on the next video.